Hi friends, a few months ago I did a review video on a CarPlay device that's for any car that doesn't actually have any CarPlay built in. And it retailed for around about £80. And I was actually quite pleased with the device for my little Kia Picanto. But one of the disadvantages was that it was actually quite large and did look a little bit strange in my small car. The actual screen was about 9 inches or so. Then the manufacturer contacted me just about a month ago and said they had a new version which was much smaller. So this version was much more suitable, I thought, for my Kia Picanto. So in this video, I'm going to give you an updated video of my thoughts on that new device. Okay, so the CarPlay device is about 6 inches or so in size compared to 9 inches. So that is a much more sensible the size for a very small car like the Kia Picanto, as you can see just here. So it fits within the console size of the Kia Picanto here. And I think it's just a bit bigger than a mobile phone. So let's do a quick comparison with a normal phone. Now this is an iPhone 15. If I hold it up best as I can against the screen, you can see it's just a little bit larger than the mobile phone and just a little bit taller. So not much a difference there, but it certainly looks much better, I think, on the dashboard here. So the features are exactly the same as the larger version. You have CarPlay, you also have Android Play as well. So this is obviously I've got the iPhone, so I've got all the iPhone apps on here. You've got your sat nav, you've got your Apple Maps. If you've obviously got your Android, you've got those versions as well. I've got podcasts, I've got music. Pretty much everything I need is now available on this device. This CarPlay device is around £45, about $50 also on Amazon, so it's not really very expensive at all. And in addition, it also has a reversing camera as well, which I find is probably the nicest feature I actually like. If I just click on the camera here, I've got the view of the back here, just for reversing. You've also got little reversing symbols here, so you can kind of judge the distance. You've also got your CarPlay, you've got your Android Auto, you've got AirPlay, all that sort of stuff as well. And of course, you've got all your apps that you're used to. For example, you've got your phone, you've got your podcasts, you've got sat nav built in, you've got Apple Maps, whatever it is you use is available. I also use a TomTom app on here, and I find that's really useful. Okay, you might be thinking, why bother with a device like this compared to using your mobile phone for your sat nav? Now, one of the things to bear in mind, of course, is that when you put your mobile phone on or mount it over here, it does take a few minutes to mount it. Well, not a few minutes, but it takes a few seconds to mount it and then dismount it. And maybe you have to connect to the cable or something like that. Also, when you're driving, and perhaps in hot weather or the sun, you're going to get the sun shining directly on the phone, and of course, it's going to heat up as well as of course doing the sat nav, and it causes a lot of battery drain. So by having a little screen, you're not going to drain the battery on your mobile phone as quickly as you would do if you had it directly as sat nav. It also means it's permanently connected to your car, so you don't have to keep mounting and dismounting the phone all the time. It's already there. As soon as you switch the engine on, the screen comes on, and it automatically connects with Bluetooth straight to your mobile phone. Now, it's only £45 as well, and you get the reversing camera, as I said, included, which I think is actually worth it just for that alone, just for the convenience of having the extra help when you're reversing. So in conclusion, for the price they're charging, it's a really nice little CarPlay device, and I'm certainly going to be using it much more than the larger version, which is simply too big for my car.